you don't need to worry about your student loan. You don't need to worry about credit score.
You should get a credit card and max it out and use it to move abroad because credit scores don't exist outside of the United States.
When $100 can last me for 10 days meals in Vietnam.
I'm renting a house and it's only $300 a month.
So with the way the economy has been going for the last 6 months, it looks like a lot of Americans are scared to be here and are looking to move before it's too late. And in specific, some Americans are taking out loans and moving to other countries so they don't have to pay it back. But guys, you will definitely not want to miss the last couple clips of this video.
Go to other country and don't go back to United States. You can use all your credit card. You don't need to pay back your student loan anymore. You know what I mean? Leave. And you are not supposed to be a financial slave anyway. United States is not getting better. It's only going to decline. No one can pull it back. So leave as soon as possible. Open up your mind and pay attention what I just tell you.
It is honestly just sad that America doesn't quite have the pull that it used to, and a lot of people are looking to move out of the country. And with the cost of living crisis, it makes sense that, some people are trying to find a solution.
What would happen if I maxed out all my credit cards and then I just moved to China? Like, would the UK just have to hold the L? Is it the banking system? Because if nothing actually happens to me, I don't understand why people just don't.
Funny story, they'll wipe it clean in 6 years. You see, when I was a younger, more youthful me, I accrued about 6 racks in credit card debt, and I did not have the funds to pay it. And when I got offered a job to go work out in Korea, I got on the first flight out this because there was no way I was paying anything. And in my mind, I was like, well, if I get out there and I make some money, I can come back and start making payments. Well, I was out there for about 9 years, and I came back, tried to start paying off my debt. Lo and behold, I had no credit card debt. True story.
It's honestly insane that his bank took a loss on that, but at the end of the day, it probably wasn't enough money for them to go after him, and he probably ended up with a fresh credit score at the end anyway.
I'm moving out of the country with my 3 kids in 2 months, and I have no job lined up. I'm crazy, yes I know, but my soul feels at ease with this decision. I feel like I'm being guided to do this, and nobody else around me can sense or feel that because obviously they're not me. I know that it's gonna work out, and I know that things are gonna end up in my favor, and I'm not gonna have to worry. My biggest worry right now is getting out and then figuring it out when I'm there. It's very irresponsible to stay, especially with my kids who are Mexican, me who is black. The US is falling to and I need to get out. I need to get the fuck out. That is my only concern, is getting out.
So honestly, I don't know if this is the best decision to make right now, but I mean, if you do want to move out of the country, it's better to do it sooner. And I think it speaks volumes that younger people are choosing to leave America.
Take out as many loans as you can and use that money to start a new life in a new country. And then don't pay them back. I said it. Like, for real, don't pay the loans back. You don't live in that country anymore. Like, what are they really gonna do to you? Chase you across the sea? Oh my gosh, let me stop laughing. And your credit score, literally, where the credit does not exist in other parts of the country, like in the country that you're thinking about going to, it does not exist in literally like the same. They created this system literally just to benefit them, not you. Your groceries are literally costing you your entire paycheck. Housing is going up like crazy, and it's not coming back down no time soon. And they still expect you to just be grateful for scraps. Like, are you grateful for the little bit that they gave you? Let's be so for real. Capitalism is not broken. It's literally working the way it was designed to. It's making sure that you are staying broke and staying poor while the rich are getting richer and richer. You're done playing fair in a game that's literally rigged against you. So build your exit plan. Start your soft life. Let the system crumble under its own greed, okay? Because a new world is definitely possible, but if we keep on pretending that this one keeps on working, it's never ever gonna change.
So I mean, I'm not recommending anything financially at the end of the day, but this woman is probably right. If you do take out some loans and it's not really in a huge amount, nobody is going to come after you. But it's honestly just sad that people have to resort to taking out loans that they won't pay back in order to move.
The amount of people just leaving the United States is absolutely insane. I could sit here and read you all the numbers about how 4 in 10 US adults are planning to relocate, how more people than ever are emigrating from the United States, and how for the first time in over 50 years, there's going to be a net outflow of immigrants rather than an inflow. It is just astounding. but the amount of immigration lawyers and relocation experts and foreign governments who are just swamped with Americans because there are so many people moving that I don't even think the true number is really documented. And it is just going to show that there is a movement happening, and it's out of the United States. And whether that's political, economical, or something else, like just looking for a better quality of life, a better pace of life, better work-life balance, there is something happening. And I think a lot of people realize the sinking ship that we are on, and they are getting off. I'm not trying to cause a panic or anything like that, but I think people realize the way things are going here, how it's not improving, how it's not going to get better anytime soon. And they are taking the nuclear option of taking their American dream somewhere else. Because the American dream now is to leave. I myself am moving, and I am moving to Portugal next year. I couldn't be more excited.
So like I said earlier, it is kind of sad that America used to be once this place where everybody wanted to come in, every foreigner, and now it's quite literally the opposite, it seems. And more people leaving America than ever is definitely not the greatest sign.
I just saw this really great TikTok, and by just saw, I mean I saw it yesterday, and I don't remember the name of the person, but I just felt like I needed to reiterate the message and share it. But some girl said that your credit score doesn't matter in other countries and how it's very much a US thing. So what is stopping someone from taking out as large of a personal loan as they can and ignoring any debts they have and just moving and starting a beautiful life in another country? Because why is it a great idea? I'm very tempted. I also know that your student loans get canceled after 27 years of living abroad. So if you have student loans, you could do that. And it's honestly, not the worst idea. Go move to Europe. I'm very, very tempted.
So again, this is not financial advice, but obviously a lot of countries do not use the credit system, and credit is not really a concept in other countries like it is in the US. So I mean, if you do ruin your credit or whatever and the banks have to sell it to a debt collector and you're in a different country where they can't reach you, then it really doesn't matter to them.
What are they gonna show up at your door? You should get a credit card and max it out and use it to move abroad because credit scores don't exist outside of the United States. And after 5 years, that debt is completely removed. So it doesn't really matter anyways. Did you hear something?
So honestly, I didn't hear anything, but being serious for a second, it does make sense why some people choose to go down this route in order to get a new life.
You could just move to France. There's no one stopping you. You could do a master's degree in France, qualify for expedited citizenship in just 2 years after graduation. No one can stop you. You can do this. I also did my master's degree abroad because I wanted to live in the UK and I wasn't really sure what I was doing with my career at the time. There was talks of a recession, so let's go to a foreign country. Here's a whole list of tier 2, tier 3 cities in France that have universities, and international students can pay as little as $5,000 for the year of tuition. As an American, blew my mind.
So obviously it is a bit more nuanced than this and you have to do your research, but if you can get into a college program in another country, a lot of times it will be a lot cheaper than America, because we all know that education costs in America are just honestly out of this world.
People are saying the new American dream is to leave America, so come with us to CarMax to sell my car. Context: I'm trying to minimize as many monthly bills as I can between now and 8 months from now, which is August. I spend around $500 a month on the car insurance, car note, gas, etc. That equals up to $4,000 between now and when I leave. And I left there the same day with the difference. So I am $6,861.97 in to the saving.
So I'm not exactly sure what this woman does for work, but obviously if she works at home remotely, then there's no reason to really have a car. If she plans on using another car or public transportation, which is even better.
When did we decide that it was time to leave the United States? When he won the election in 2024, I think we were in shock, and so we decided to give ourselves 6 months to see how it was going to go. Those 6 months felt bad. Not only did things not get less expensive, we also had an e-commerce business that was greatly affected by the tariffs that went into place. We both worked full-time in addition to having this e-commerce business, and we still were feeling financially stretched. I think what became clear sometime in the spring, early summer, is how different the United States was going to be after his presidency. It wasn't going to be like, okay, well, if we can get through these 4 years, then it won't feel so bad anymore. There's just so much destruction that has happened, dismantling the Department of Education, the CDC, the EPA, ruining our national parks, or at least attempting to, healthcare, childcare. These are all things that are being torn down, not fixed. And so thinking about my kids' futures, it's going to be a very different United States for my kids' generation than it was for me growing up. I don't know how we would afford college for 3 kids in the United States, if I'm being fully honest. I was worried about gun violence every single day. All of these little things, I think, tipped something, clicked. This is irreparable damage, or at least damage that's probably not going to be fixed in my lifetime. And that's ultimately what pushed us to do it.
So there's a variety of reasons why you might leave the US and why people have been leaving, as we've seen, but I think feeling financially stressed is one of those big ones that people really think about the most.
File the bankruptcy. File the shit. Go to your local legal aid and file the goddamn bankruptcy. The credit cards, the medical bills, file it. File the shit. They're talking about repossessing your car, file the damn bankruptcy. They've been doing this shit since the beginning of time. They do it over and over again, multiple times. File a bankruptcy on Monday, get it discharged by Friday, and then by the next week, you can start all over again. Be like a cat, live 9 lives. You could have put your student loans on bankruptcy or in the bankruptcy proceedings. We started getting degrees, we started going to school. Now you can't do it. Y'all know at one point college was free. We start going college as high as hell. It's us being ashamed. It's us, oh, I don't want to file it. Them bills.
So as a lot of people know, wealthy people are actually some of the people that file bankruptcies the most and for the most money. And I mean, if you're in a position where you're never going to be able to pay your bills back according to your current income, then yeah, you probably should go down this option.
Unpopular opinion, and here come all the credit restoration people from my head. If you're in debt and you have no savings, there is no short fix for this. But stop paying the debt. Now, if it's a mortgage or student loans and you're planning on staying in this country, all bets are off. You have to pay those. You don't want to fault on a major asset class like a house. Those are valuable, and you can't get rid of student loans. But all the other debt that's preventing you from being able to save, fuck them. So what happens to your credit? Oh, it's gonna go to shit. But does credit matter in other countries? No, it does not. So if you're serious about leaving, who cares? Do keep paying rent though. Don't get evicted. And am I dishing advice that I've taken in the past? But again, not financial advice. I'm a guy on the internet.
So the original comment that this guy was replying to said, who's gonna take me with my wife and son with no money? And you know, a lot of countries would take you. You know, there are a lot of places that don't use the credit score system and really will never even know anything about your past financial decisions.
My coworker came into work and was like, oh my God, how was your weekend? You do anything fun? Fun? The fun is me leaving this country. I work every single weekend, all weekend. The fun is me stacking money, keeping my money, saving my money so that I can go live in another country. Because if you leave the house in the United States, you're going to spend at least $100 going to have fun. When $100 can last me for 10 days meals in Vietnam, and less money if I'm frugal. That's what I find enjoyment in. No matter how tired I am and how miserable I feel, the fun is stacking as much money as possible so that I can live in another country that is not the United States.
I mean, honestly, I'm all for it, and if you do want to leave the country and live somewhere where you like better, then yeah, you should save as much money as humanly possible in that short amount of time frame.
American celebrities are joining the exodus out of the United States. Beyonce and Jay-Z, who are both billionaires individually and together, are currently building a 58-acre compound in the Cotswolds area of the United Kingdom. The thing is that they're not the only ones leaving. Ellen DeGeneres and Portia de Rossi have already moved. Richard Gere moved to Spain. Courtney Love also moved to the UK. And Angelina Jolie plans an exit out of the United States as well. This is not anecdotal. According to Henley & Partners, which is a massive firm specializing in high net worth global relocation, their inquiries for U.S. citizens looking to leave the United States are up 183% year over year. This is the biggest spike they have ever recorded. And these people can literally afford to go anywhere in the world. But the point is that where they're choosing to go is out of the US.
So as we saw from that video, it's not just the average American person, it is even the wealthy who are, maybe trying to avoid tax or get a bigger property in another country. Whatever reason that it may be, that is a lot of money that is missed out in American taxes from them. But guys, you will not want to miss this insane last clip.
I moved to Costa Rica in 2017 when I was 21 years old, fresh out of college. And at the time, I was in a way trying to get a break from the States, but I had no idea that I was going to stay long term. And I had no plans when I left to never return to the United States. It just so happens that I fell in love with Costa Rica when I came here, and I ended up creating like a whole life here, planting my roots, buying this property where I've been living off grid. And a lot of us who you've seen living abroad, we move here with some level of privilege. It's a lot cheaper to live in a variety of other countries, especially if you're thinking of going to Latin America or if you're thinking about going to the continent of Africa. What is not always taken into account is the fact that the cost of living is lower because the people make less money. So it's cheap to us based on our American income. But for the local people, these things are expensive, or some things are expensive to the local people. So if I'm in Costa Rica, the people don't make that much money here. For like low-key jobs here, people can make as little as $3 an hour. Imagine that. When I'm looking at rent here is extremely cheap. I'm renting a house and it's only $300 a month. The only reason it's cheap to me is because I'm looking at it from the perspective of an American who perhaps has thousands and thousands of dollars coming in every month. If you think you can just save up some money and then drop yourself off in a country that's cheap, well, you can do that, but eventually that money's gonna run out, and then what's your source of income?
So I think it is very interesting hearing from somebody who actually did travel abroad and live outside of the USA, and she does make a great point that local wages are not the same as American, and therefore you want to save as much as possible, work a remote job with an American salary just in a different country. But guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Like and subscribe and comment what you think about this whole situation, and I'll see you in the next one.